Hello, beautiful spirit family, family of truth, family of peace, family on this earth in this lifetime. I hope you're having a beautiful day whenever you're watching this. And that is kind of the theme of today's video is family and spirit family, soul family, earth family, family in general. And I had spoke in my last video about setting boundaries and speaking my truth and doing things that my heart felt really called to do. And one of those things was really setting new, clear boundaries with family, which I've never done before. I've wanted to, but I've been scared up until this year. And if you haven't watched that last video, I feel like that's a good video before watching this, just to kind of introduce you into not only like what I am going through personally, but also in general, just with finding your power, finding your voice, finding courage to take the steps. And that video will be somewhere up here. But I did set new, clear boundaries with family. And now the holidays are coming up and I'm getting a little upset, of course. And I know that people watching this can relate 111%, because I know that I am attracting like-minded people, people with similar awareness, people of similar situations in life. And, I'm not gonna lie that I have felt alone, that setting these boundaries has been like, am I the only one doing this on this earth? Am I crazy for doing this? But no, I'm not. I know why I'm doing it. And I know there's so many other people out there doing the same thing. And with the holidays coming up, I know it can be a very, very challenging time of year. But at the same time, it can be, again, there's like two ends of the spectrum. It can be very challenging or very rewarding and beautiful. So why not make it very rewarding and beautiful? And our family, well, we, one, chose our family, but two, our true family is our soul family, our spirit family. And that's what I feel I am striving to create, and create deeper connections with people, create more of a spirit family on this earth in this lifetime. And I know that a lot of you are going to relate. I know some of you aren't going to relate. Maybe you're, spending the time with your family during the holidays, or maybe you don't have those boundaries with your family. But again, I think anyone can really relate to this on finding like your true family, whether that be the beautiful nature outside, because then again, that is also our family. That's one of my deepest families. I feel like I am a tree sometimes. But then also like people in your day-to-day life, your friends, like the new people you're connecting with at this time, I feel are, there for a reason. And you can create this beautiful new family on this earth. And I think that's so exciting and so beautiful because, again, we're the creators of our life. We can choose. We not only chose our family before coming onto earth, because our spirit, our soul are here to uncover more lessons and patterns to free ourselves and to release the weight that has been holding us down. And I also feel like that's a really big, important lesson in spirituality. And when you're going down this path, is it's not about accumulating things. It's not about accumulating more love, more light, more abundance, more wisdom. It's not about accumulating. It's really about letting go of things that are stopping us from our true self, because what we actually are is just pure light, pure love. And it's like, why are we needing to add so much when that's like who we are actually? And to release those heavier energies, the things that are blocking us, that's what brings us back to our true self. And you can do that by choosing your family in this lifetime to help you uncover lessons and patterns and release things. And So we choose that family, but then also while we're on earth, we get to choose how we want to live our lives as well. And we can choose who we want to spend a lot of time with. We can choose who we want to spend the holidays with. We can choose who we want to have a family with. And it's beautiful that we're the creators of not just this reality, but, you know, other realities too. And with that, I was like, what am I gonna do for the holidays? I mean, I have no idea, but something that came to me was, and I've been feeling this call towards building more community, which I've obviously done through this channel over the last year. But at the same time, it's like, I want more community. I want to act like, I feel like I wasn't obviously as grounded as I am now, and not really, like, just unsure of what I wanted. But now I'm realizing I have this long lasting call for creating community. And so something random that came to me, I was like, this is a good time to just start doing that, is, you know, having like this spirit family Thanksgiving here in Sarasota. And so, you know, I don't know if this is gonna happen like this year, or, you know, it's something I see in the future. I definitely see it. But I just wanted to throw that out there, that I would love to have people in similar situations, whether that be setting boundaries with family and, you know, not having family on Thanksgiving / Christmas or any other holidays you celebrate this time of year. Or if you're just, you know, choosing not to spend time with them, or in any sort of circumstance where you feel alone, where you're not spending time with your family. I wanted to have a beautiful gathering of people in the same situation here in Sarasota. And so I'm just throwing that out there. I just want to see who would be interested. If anyone is, you know, nearby, or you can travel here, you can have, you know, a vacation here for the weekend, and we can have a beautiful gathering on the beach for Thanksgiving and have a little ceremony by doing a meditation, some yoga, some dancing, some chanting. And I just wanted to see who would be interested, if anyone would be interested, and just throwing it out there. Like, it came to me, so I was like, why not just see it and throw it out there? So that's what I'm doing. But in the past, I feel like I would have never done this because I've always felt strange about like me setting up things or being the builder of the community. I've always liked community, but I've kind of like, you know, wanted someone else to be the builder, but I'm feeling this time and this call to be the creator of that community and like be the leader of that, to bring people together. And so I'm definitely stepping out of my comfort zone here, whether it be, you know, this holiday season or even later in the year, not just for Thanksgiving, next year, you know, or just retreats in general, just bringing people together. That is what I'm feeling called to do. So please leave me a comment if you would be interested in coming to Sarasota, having a beautiful Thanksgiving together on the beach with very abundant, healthy food, meditation, yoga, journaling, talking, and then obviously it could be like a whole weekend thing too if you're traveling here from further away. So that is what I felt called to say. But again, the whole reason of this video is to, you know, just share that we create our family. And if you've been feeling the call to set boundaries with family, or again, even friends, that call is coming to you for a reason, and you can't ignore it. I mean, you can ignore it, but it's just gonna keep compounding over time. And again, drag you down. And we're here to release all of those weights and all of those heavier energies to become spirit and to be love and to, you know, be a living example of what spirit and love is on this earth, because we need more of that. And to be that living example in your day-to-day life. And that's that is definitely an affirmation I've been like feeling more called to lately when I'm journaling or when I'm stating them out loud, which I pretty much do every morning. But is to just be that living example of the divine, to be that living example of love. No matter what I'm doing, no matter who I'm around, no matter if it's people that don't necessarily understand like what that means. I want to tell you that just by being in that energy and by being in that state, and if you're around someone that isn't necessarily tapped into themselves or their spirit or spirituality in general, without you even speaking, your energy will influence them. And we always forget the power of our energy and our just beingness and not having to speak. Yes, I'm all for speaking, as you know, and all for acting, but just the power of being in your spirit, being on earth in your spirit, being the divine, being love all throughout your day, that has massive impact on the people you are around. Whether that be at work, whether that be at the grocery store, just being in that high vibrational energy of love, of the divine, of source, of light, whatever you want, that influences people probably even more than words, than actions, just by being. And so start being that living example of what you want to see in the world every single day, every single moment. Even if it feels like you're not doing that much, or, broadcasting to the world, like being this big figure and trying to share your gifts all around the world, just start by doing that in your day-to-day life. And now I'm kind of like sidetracking into, not the family and not the boundary stuff, but into sharing your gifts and knowing that you can do that in your day-to-day life. And that's how it begins. That is another big thing I've been realizing recently, is that I've been wanting to share my gifts. Obviously, I started this channel to share my gifts, but I totally forgot, and I didn't forget, I remembered that I need to be sharing the gifts, my gifts, with everyone I am around. And I was not doing that at all. I mean, to some extent, but it's not like who I wanted to be around just the day-to-day people. At the grocery store, when I go to work, anything. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't being that. And I'm having this giant realization that that's the most important thing you could possibly do, is be that living example in your day-to-day life. And say you do want to speak, say you do want to share your gifts, like, are you doing that with the people that are coming across your path daily? Because if you're not doing that, the people that are coming across your path and you sharing your gifts, then how are you going to do that to the entire world? Like, it really starts out small and leads to bigger, greater things. And it's so important to just do that with who is coming in your path, because that is your path. Your path isn't, the world at one time. It's like, what is in your life now? What is in your life today? Who are you seeing today? What are you doing today? Because I also think that it's a lot of projecting into the future. If you see yourself sharing your gifts in a larger capacity, but it's like, okay, are you doing that now? Are you doing that now? So I really want to have you ask yourself that. If you're wanting to share some type of gift, we all have a gift, and many gifts, not just one. I do want to say that I think a gift that we all share is our spirit, our divinity, our loving light energy. And that is a gift you can share literally to anyone and everyone all throughout your day. Yeah, it definitely can be harder to be in that space and stay grounded in that space, but that gift is the greatest gift of them all. And you can do that right now. You can do that with the next person you see and the next person that crosses your path. And I'm gonna save the last thing that I was gonna say for another video because this is already getting a little bit long. But overall, share your gifts with the people that come across your path today, not in the future, right now, because that will lead to the bigger thing you see in the future. And if you're feeling called to set boundaries with family or friends, do it, because that's a deep calling you have, and that calling is your intuition, that calling is your heart, that calling is your beautiful spirit. And again, let me know in the comments if this sounds intriguing to you, if you are wanting to travel out of town to come celebrate Thanksgiving here, or if you're nearby and want to. I know I had already said this in the little community section on YouTube, and some people said they were like in the city. I was like, oh, that's great. So maybe you're nearby, or maybe you're traveling from out of the state, but just let me know if that sounds intriguing to you, and I really want to just start doing things like that. So it makes me excited because I'm definitely feeling the call towards that. And whatever calling you feel, definitely take the action on that as well. But thank you so, so much for listening. Thank you for being the beautiful, bright spirit you are. And don't forget to be that bright spirit in your day, because that changes the world. That changes the world more than you realize. So keep being beautiful, keep being loved, keep being bold, keep being courageous, and I will see you in my next video.